Okay, welcome everyone to the Pro Trade Room Plus, the quarterly grain report. My name is Lee Goldstein, the trading director for 10-Minute Trades. Please remember, all the trades we discuss are for educational purposes. Okay, I want to welcome everybody out there on YouTube that's watching us as well. And let's get started. All right, this is a report that does not show up on calendars, but we will know this report is released because the report will move the markets for trading, and it should move them in a very dramatic way. So to look for data series, you just right-click the chart, click on data series, and then trading hours, go to 24, default 24/7. What that does is it sets up the grain charts, then you apply it and OK it. It sets up the grain charts so that the pivots and your VWAP and your timed indicators are set for the correct market open and closes of the grain markets. It's a little bit different than the regular markets. So you should do it for both corn and for soybeans. Right-click the chart, click on data series, change the trading hours to default 24/7. Apply it and OK it. And then your pivots, highs of day, lows of day, will fit the charts. Now, what I'm going to do on these reports, both instruments, besides their regular trade on the DMM, I'm setting up an after the news trade on both. I'm going to right click the soybean chart. Let's just check volume just for fun. Soybeans, it is it is the May contract. If you know the prefix is ZS. So you just type ZS on the chart and then double click the future down below. If you don't know the contract, look for the future after you type the prefix. Double click it. Most every time it'll put the correct instrument on the chart, ZS 525. But there still is a way, if you go new, market analyzer, there still is a way to check volume. There still is a way to check volume. Right click the chart, click data series, scroll down to trading hours, and it's a little arrow there. Click the arrow, and trust me, default 24/7 is there. When you get that little arrow, you got to click it, okay? It's there. Right-click the chart. Click on data series. Change the trading hours to default 24/7 with the little arrow. Do it on both charts. Apply it and OK it. Okay? It's there. If you go to New and Market Analyzer, it brings up a screen that we created that shows us instrument, daily volume, days until rollover. All right, right click. I'm going to add the current instrument, ZS 525. Now I know we're not trading ZS 325. That's not even a possibility. But grains are funny. ZS 725. If we have a 7, let's find out. Futures. I've added most instruments going forward. ZS 725. It has pretty strong volume, but nowhere near the 525. So that's one way you can double check that you're trading the correct instrument. 30,000 is significant volume on a future contract months away from rollover. A month away. It's a almost a month away from rollover. And then corn also should be trading ZC 525. Okay, like I said, I do often see changes on direction, changes in direction with WASD and with quarterly grains. So I like to set up our main trade on these reports is a breakout trade, but I like to set up a possible after the news trade. Right click the chart, click on strategies, double click news trader, and instead of doing a breakout trade, which is the default, click reverse continue. I'll just trade one position. It's $12.50 a tick. Position one is a one, and I'm going to be looking for a target of 20 ticks, and I'll use a stop of 20 ticks. Okay? Target, not target one stop move. Stop. I'm going to use a 20 tick stop. So, reverse continuation after the news possibly. Position size 1 is a 1. Target 1 is 20. Stop is 20. Stop loss ticks. Then I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to trade it in my prop number 8. Same account that I'm trading the breakout in. And I'm going to reverse continue it. REV, I'm going to label it reverse continue. That's the reverse continue trade. If for some reason there's a move after the news, a reversal, something of that sort, I'm going to apply that, okay it, and when I enable the reverse continue, it gives me my buttons. And if I want to trade instant long or instant short after the news, then I have the buttons to do it. I'm going to do the exact same thing with corn. So I'll tell you what, it might be a good idea to label that reverse continue, go back to strategies, go back to the trade, highlight it, and put a ZS, it's soybeans, in the label so that you know which trade is which. If for some reason you had to cancel it, that's why we label them. Apply it because we made a change. Okay it. Now it says ZS, reverse continue. Enable it. And I'm ready for my reverse continue on soybeans. I'm going to do the exact same thing on corn. On this particular reverse continue, position 2 is a 0. Right click the chart, click strategies, double click news trader. Trade type, reverse continue. Same thing, position 1 is a 1. It's up to you. You could trade 4 contracts if you want. You don't have to do everything I do exactly. Position 1 is a 1, 2 is a 0. I'm just putting up a 1 position after the news with a target of 15 on corn. Everything else is 0 till I get to stop loss, and I'll make that 20 as well. And then I'm going to scroll down, and I'm just thinking, will I trade that in the same account? No, I'm trading this particular different prop. I think it was number 8. We'll check it, label it ZC, corn, ZC, REV. So it's different. Apply it, okay it. Check your charts. So I want that one on 8. I think I'll trade corn on a different account than, I'm just thinking I can trade them both in the same account. It's fine. Different instruments, they won't get in the way of each other. They shouldn't. I'm just thinking out loud. Let me think for a second. I think I'll trade it in number 9. Number 9 on corn. So I have to change the account the software is trading on. I have a couple of different prop accounts. You just have to make sure that your software is chosen to trade on the account that you're watching on Chart Trader, or you won't see the orders when the trade takes place. Okay, relax. We'll get to it. We will get to it. Please, just listen, chill. Looking at the DMN. We've got, now, just so you understand, corn has started to move better recently, but corn has not been trading well on WASD and or quarterly grains for a while. You can see it was canceled in September and June, September of 23. So it's only had 3 good moves, 2.5, I would say. Corn has been strange. It used to be the main instrument we traded, but as of late, it's been lacking. It's been having small moves. The main trade is a breakout. Right click the chart, click on strategies, double click news trade. Default is breakout. The activation time 11:59:59. This is a report. We will not know that the news is released except if we get filled. The bracket is 12 and I've got a target of 10 and 22 on corn. If my first target is hit, I will use the target 1 stop feature. Break even -5. And the stop is 20 ticks. The stop is 20 ticks. Before, I'm going to call it breakout corn. Before I set the trade up completely, I am going to test the bracket width by making the time 0. When I set the time to 0, and I'm going to go back also, make sure my account is on sim for the breakout, apply it and OK it, put my charts on sim because I want to see how wide the brackets are for corn. Once price calculates, I'll see the brackets so I can manage the trade. I don't want it so spread apart I don't see the orders, right? I want to be able to manage the trade if we get filled. So now I can cancel my corn breakout by clicking the enabled button. I'm going to go back, right click, click strategies, highlight the breakout, and put the time back to 11:59:59. 11:59:59 with a bracket of 12. Position size 1 is a 1. Position size 2 is a 1. Profit target is 10. Target 2 is 22. The stop is 20. If it hits my first target, I'll use the break even -5 feature. And now I will put my chart on the correct account and then apply it, okay it, and put my chart trader on the correct account and enable the trade. So now my corn breakout is ready to go. ZC 0525 is corn. ZS 0525 is soybeans. Just as the DMM said when it was sent yesterday. Okay? It should be no surprise what instruments we're trading. On soybeans, I'm trading two definite breakouts, and I have two discretionary trades set up. Buttons are discretionary, they're not automatic, right? Is a button automatic or is it discretionary? So I have the possibility of 4 trades, but I'm not necessarily trading 4 trades, okay? Button trades are discretionary. Breakouts most often are automatic. They can still be canceled, but they are set to trade automatically. Soybeans, which is the instrument of choice most often on this report. Look at the report. 5 out of 6 nice trades. Beautiful in January. Right click on the chart. Click on strategies. Double click news trader. Breakout trade is the default. Activate. Let's just set the activate to 0 so you could check your brackets. But the time to activate is 11:59:59. The bracket is 15. Okay? Position 1 is 1 contract. Position 2 is 1 contract. Target 1, anywhere between 8 and 15, really could be. That's fine. Target 2, anywhere between 22 and 35 is not unreasonable. I have seen quite a few reversals on these trades. The stop is 25, and I'm going to use a break even -5 on the target 1 stop move. All right. And I'm going to call it breakout ZS. Breakout ZS. My time is on 0. Make sure my breakout account is on sim for a moment. Apply it and okay it. Put my charts on sim. And now when I enable the breakout, it's going to show me the brackets before the trade, approximately where they'd be. They're a little bit wide, so that's why I like to do this. So I'm shrinking the chart so I could get an idea where these brackets are going to form, and I want to be able to manage the trade if I have to. Now, there's a part of me that wants to just trade the corn trade as a reversal only, but I'm going to let it go today. I'm going to turn off my ZS breakout for a moment. And I'm going to put it on the correct account with the correct time. So I'm going to highlight the breakout trade. 11:59 is East Coast time. If you're in California time, you're not going to be 11. You're going to be 8. 59:59. And then I'm going to make sure I put it on the correct account. Label it BRKZS. Okay. And I'm going to apply and okay it. And now I'm ready with both trades. Now it is a lot to try and trade so many trades. So there is a part of me that might say, well, leave corn alone for today, but I'm going to go a little bit aggressive because the quarterly grain report has great potential. On soybeans, it's been 5 out of the last 6 with a recent cancel, which I like. I like the fact there's been a recent cancel. I actually prefer that to 6 winners in a row. I like when there's a little bit of change just because I'm superstitious. Looking at January, quarterly grains traded with WASD in January. That's the 1 month it trades with WASD. Soybeans on the left, corn on the right. Soybeans popped up. Both instruments hit target 1. Corn looked like it hit target 2. It had a nice move, as did soybeans. So you have a pretty good exploding candle. That's probably R3, might be a possible reversal. Sometimes you just get such a big burst. But there was the reversal on soybeans. It did happen at R3. But look, you had to be kind of quick with it too, because it reversed, went back up. All right. And corn didn't have that great of a reversal initially. And when we got ready to leave the room, it still really did not have a great reversal. So it's not an always. It's never always. And then one of the best trades, one of the best trades was quarterly grains in 2021. It was a monster move on corn, and we made like $1,500 on the trade. And I believe the quarter before we made a couple of thousand on the trade. All right, there's 4.5 minutes to go. 4.5 minutes to go. When you look at corn and soybeans, they are not up or down a giant amount. Soybeans look to be a tiny bit bullish, but both instruments seem to be in pretty tight ranges today. Pretty tight ranges. And as Nitin says, everybody should have synced their time. If this is your first trade of the day, then you should always sync your time before the trade. Normally, we sync our time in the first trade room of the week, of the day, I should say. And just because I don't sync my time in every single trade room, you can bet that I do sync my time. Most, even sometimes before every trade. I like to make sure I'm in sync. So how do I sync my time? I just go to the website Time Is, and it tells me my time is exact. when I'm in sync. And as I've explained, in the trade room file folder are free programs to sync your computer. D4 Time and PT Sync. All you have to do is download them from the trade room file folder. There's also some lessons in there, how to do a playback replay. All right. Everything should not be a complete surprise. If I told you how many practice trades I took using playback before I took a real trade, you wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't believe me. I just practiced and practiced and practiced. I knew how important it was. And I didn't know anything about NinjaTrader. When they went from NinjaTrader 7 to NinjaTrader 8, it was almost like learning a brand new platform. It had a lot of differences. So we have two breakouts set up. Soybeans on the left, corn on the right. I think it's possible to see breakout kind of moves on both. This is a report, like I said, we will only know when the news is released by the way the market behaves. There are no calendars that cover this report. One minute. Our orders will show up. Orders will show up 1 second before the news is supposed to be released. All right, 20 seconds. Okay, here come the brackets. They will not allow corn to be traded again, which it's unbelievable. Not a very good move on soybeans. I'm going to combine my two orders and pull down just for a test of the high, which it popped and did already. I don't like the behavior of corn and soybeans because I'm concerned about a reversal. I am concerned about a reversal, and I'm not happy about this move. Corn did kind of a whip. Corn did kind of a whip. I am going to shrink my stop, but I don't feel this trade's going to work because we got our pop. It didn't hit the target, and it's probably going to stop us out. Exactly what I thought it would do. I'm going to take a short on soybeans, see if we get a continuation to the downside. If we don't, that's life. Just going to go for a few ticks. Corn is pushing up. They don't always go the same direction. I can't trade corn because the prop account won't allow it, which is, it's unbelievable because the last time I tried trading corn, it did allow it. It did allow it. And then the time before, it didn't. So I don't know what the issue is anymore with these prop accounts on corn. Obviously, they're not working, so I'm not trading it. Trying to see if we get a little bit of a follow through on the downside. Soybeans trying a little bit to follow through, not really doing what I want. I'd love to be able to move my stop to safety, but there's not enough. There's only one tick of profit here. Two ticks, it's just not enough. Two ticks, three ticks, four ticks. Putting my stop at break even. It's just not moving very well. So just got a few dollars back. A few dollars back. Soybean, I mean corn, up and down. Now it's dropping. Now it's dropping. It's heading down. Very disappointing trade, to be honest. Pretty disappointing. Probably just leave it now. Not going to chase it here. Corn obviously can't be traded, which is absurd. Just absurdity. Makes no sense. Can't even comment on it. Just makes me really upset. Now soybeans are just dropping. They're just dropping. We just didn't get any follow through to the upside. It looked like it went about 8 ticks. Our target was 12, 10 to 12. It's just a little bit of bad luck. A little bit of bad luck on that. Apex let you trade it, Calvin? Apex let you trade it? We got a little bit of follow through on the downside, depending where you entered. If you entered a manual trade short on soybeans, and then corn made a new low, and then it went up very strongly. Obviously, I couldn't take a corn trade for whatever reason. Not really sure why not. Other than the fact that, you can't trade bonds in most of these prop accounts either. That really makes a lot of sense. But it is the way it is. Let's take a look at the video, see what actually happened here. Let me render it. We just didn't get enough follow through to the long side. Quarterly grains, give me 1 second. Now, corn had multiple moves. That's why I was not that interested in this particular reversal. The short was the main reversal because price went up first. That's why I was not that interested in that move up, even though it made a new low. Looking at the video, okay, so here's the trade. Clearly, the news came out pretty quickly. as expected. Orders went on the chart. Not the greatest fill, really, almost at the top of the candle. Trying to avoid breakouts as much as possible in these markets. This particular trade, of course, you could look at it and say, hey, that was a trap trade, but it hasn't been in a long time. Corn, unfortunately, went down first, filled, and then reversed. Corn was not a good breakout. Corn was not a good breakout. So some companies allow some companies do allow clearly what people are saying. We're allowed to trade corn. And Nitin, it is insane that the trade copier could be so different. That's incredibly crazy. Oh no, I mean trading ZS. Well, it came very close to hitting the target, right? So, and actually, watch the price action. Watch the price action on corn, on soybeans, I'm sorry, on soybeans. So it didn't get to the first target. I combined the targets thinking maybe we'd still get a push up. I shrunk the targets thinking maybe we'd still get a push up and never got that final push up. Never got it. And I was super thinking of closing the trade right there just because the reversal is so probable, and it did it, and took me out. And not being patient, could have been more patient on that short. Could have definitely had some more ticks on that discretionary short because it did push down further than I allowed. Sometimes it looks like it's not going to move, and just when you think it's not going to move, then it starts to do the exact opposite of what you think. It happens. It does happen. And then corn was kind of a bad breakout, unfortunately. If you watch corn, ignoring the I can't trade in a prop account because we don't give a reason. So you see, it would have filled short, didn't follow through, and does a quick reversal, stopping out probably most corn trades. But the reversal on corn was very strong. When it failed on the downside, that was the reversal. There it is on the downside. It fails. You had to be quick. It was not easy. Not easy. But even if you got in late, it still did a very good move up. Look how far it went. Even if you got in late. If you failed to get in this area, when the candle went green, had you gotten in, that would have been a great entry because it went so far up. It went nicely up. So the idea was good. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to trade it. Why do they allow soybeans but not corn? Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. No sense whatsoever. Okay, I want to thank everybody for watching on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We're going to end the stream and we'll be streaming again. I think we're streaming tomorrow, but check your email or check your notification bell. Hit the notification bell